Willys Wonderland. I saw it on, I think it was Tubi or Freebie. It came out in 2021. I didn't see it in theaters, and surprisingly, this movie flopped really badly at the box office. It was one of those movies that were limited theatrical release, and it was during sort of COVID time, so I guess that makes sense why it flopped. But man, this movie could have been so much better. I mean, you have Nicolas Cage as the star, and he doesn't say a word in the movie. He didn't even have a one-liner in this movie. How can you make a Nicolas Cage movie without at least one Nicolas Cage one-liner? But the horror elements are basically hyping off of the Five Nights of Freddy movie, or Five Nights of Freddy games. And my brother saw the Five Nights of Freddy's movie, and he actually said this was better than the Five Nights of Freddy movie. So that must be a bad sign, because the characters in this movie are horrible. They're not really likable. They don't hardly have any personality. They have the stereotype personality of every horror movie. The main girl has the same expression as Brie Larson in Captain Marvel. The blonde-haired girl was probably the worst acted, and she's probably one of the dumbest characters. There was like an unnecessary sex scene. And the Willy character, they all were occult serial killers that basically off themselves, and they're in the spirit of these animatronics, and they're sacrificing people. And I'm just thinking, the whole town could have ganged up on these things. Nicolas Cage, ends those. He takes them down easily. The only one that gave him real problems was the final boss, obviously. But you mean to tell me that the sheriff and the town couldn't get a bunch of guns and pitchforks or something to take these guys down? I mean, Nicolas Cage single-handedly was the best thing of the movie, despite him not saying a word, and it doesn't explain why he doesn't say anything. They don't even say what his name is. He, drinks soda, and he takes a break while some of the characters are getting attacked out of nowhere. I know his main goal was to get money to get his car fixed if he cleaned up the place, But other than that, we don't know anything about Nicolas Cage's character. You don't know really anything about any of the characters outside of the main girl being a troublemaker and wanting to burn it down, and spoilers that her parents were murdered by those animatronic years ago. But other than that, you don't really get anything, and I would give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, there were some hilarious moments in the movie, but it could have been so much better. Even though it's a low budget movie, which they do a decent job, you could tell it's low budget. But overall, I guess it's worth your time, but nothing too exciting.